Caitlin Clark was playing right on the edge. But it seems like she channeled all that fire and intensity into her game in a different way. When the shots aren't falling, the great ones find other ways to take over, and that's exactly what Caitlin Clark did. She switched gears and became a pure playmaker, hitting the boards for 8 rebounds and running the offense beautifully with 7 huge assists, as you guys can see on the screen. And she was the undeniable engine for the Fever, proving her value was so much more than just her 3-point shot. She controlled the tempo, she set her teammates up, and it all led to the final, fateful minute of the game. The Fever were holding on to a slim lead with the clock winding down. Clark had the ball. She drove hard into the lane, pulled the entire defense water, and in a brilliant heads-up play, whipped a perfect no-look pass to cutting Kelsey Mitchell for the bucket that sealed the 85-77 win. As we go up and you guys can see on the screen. And it was an amazing play, the kind of moment superstars live for, but as the crowd cheered, you could tell something was wrong. Clark wasn't celebrating. She pulled up immediately, her face changing from triumph to pure pain. She grabbed right at her groin, the same one that had just let her be sidelined for weeks. And the happy roar in the TD Garden just died, replaced by a quiet, anxious hush. You could see the devastating realization on her face as she limped to the sideline. The win was in the bag, but it looked like it had came at a terrible price. So for at least 40 seconds, Caitlin Clark had to watch the victory she just secured from the bench as her teammates closed it out. She sat with a towel over her head visibly, and I want to show you guys on the screen. This was her with the towel over her head visibly, as you can see, fighting back tears. The physical pain was obvious, but the emotional weight of the moment looked even heavier. This wasn't a new injury, it was a re-aggravation, which is the worst case scenario for any athlete trying to get back on the court. And this is where you have to ask the hard questions. Did she come back too soon? The fact that she wasn't playing at her usual level since her return suggested she was never really 100%. And was the pressure to get back out there to be the savior for the team and live up to the hype just too much to say no to? And now, it also, I want to ask you guys down in the comments below, does it also give the idea that maybe Caitlin Clark should play in those games that consider or contain hard teams that they play against, just so she can get them through to the victory, and then they bench her and let her chill